Hello and welcome. As you can see, I'm at home still. I haven't actually got out there. Thought I'd do it here. It's a little bit windy, so it's a bit more sheltered in my garden. So do the intro here, but we're going to go to Hellingly to do a bit of metal detecting with the Equinox 800. I'm going to get there early and start, and then I'm going to be met later on in the day with my dad and Roy. They're going to join me, and we're hopefully going to do the same field before. The stalks have got flatter, so hopefully we'll cover more area than we did last time I was up there, and I got hammered, but cross the fingers, hope we can get some more stuff up there. So stay with me. I'm going to jump in the car, I'm going to get up there, and you'll see me on the first hole. Just dug this hole, and I've got a bit of lead, but a very unusual lead. It's got a hole. Now that is made for something. So this is a first. I've not seen something like this before, so it's a first, and I know a little bit about lead, and I've not know what this could be for, but it's definitely shaped and with a hole through it for something. So this is something I might have to look into. Might even have to put it onto the lead database, see if anyone knows what it could be. But a very interesting find. So let's crack on. Now this is the field I got the I think it was my last hammered. And then I've got that weird lead with a hole through it. And my next good item, I haven't seen these for a while, not the first one on this field, is a lead token. So I've just come into an area that I've not actually done before, and there is a pathway going through this, but because of the coins I had last time up here, I had a few coins, old coins, and a foreign 1921 I think it was coin. I thought I'll give this a go again because it's such a big field. It looks like it's a bit more flatter than last time with all the stalks. They're flattened down a bit more better. So yeah, I'm glad I come back. I love a good old token. Right, let's crack on. Right, I'm going to attempt a live dig here. At 21, and that's it. To me, it's quite deep, so it's just about there. So I'll take them off, see if we can do this live. I usually have two cameras, but I forgot my other camera today. So today it's going to be a bit harder doing any live digs with one hand. But we'll give it a go. Let's see. Oh, hopefully that's it already. Hopefully. Yes. Oh, what is that? Oh. It's green. Or is it green? I think it's some sort of that's it. It's quite light. Is it part of a handbrake? I don't know, it's a bit different than a... Oh, we'll take that home. Oh yeah, it's got a hole there as well. So I don't think that is a handbrake. But I'll give it a clean up, and we'll look at it more when we get back. Okay, onwards and upwards. Right, been going for about a couple of hours. Tin cans everywhere. I thought this was going to be a tin can. So it sounded a bit iffy. That's what I was getting. So I got it out of the ground and thought, oh, this is iffy now. But I could see something round. So it wasn't iffy, and there's something else in there with it. That's it's to me like it's a definitely coin. So one of my first coin of the day. I was going about to give up on this field. I thought, well, I ain't getting no coins now. And I had quite a few last time. But I come further over the hill and it's a bit more quieter and a bit more trashy. But my determination paid off and I got a coin. Now, let's just check that. Why it was making a funny noise, and there's something underneath the ground still that's was interfering. There's nothing else there. No, there's nothing else there. But I'm going to say either George II or a third. But first coin of the day, so I'm now on the board for the coins and I'm happy now. I can go home with a coin. Hopefully that'll clean up and we might get something off it or we might not. But we'll crack on. Okay, I've just changed fields now. I was miles over there, got back in the car, come into this field because this is where I've got the Rose Farthing and a Vicky hammered, and had a little button out of this. Again, as before, when I came into this field, the signals are very far in between. Got a dodgy signal down here, and it looks like I've got myself a penknife. Yeah. Oh yeah. So what I'll do, I think, that's a good one. That's going to clean up. Look at that. I'll give that a clean, and you'll see a picture of that up next. Okay guys, if I probably stand up, you probably can't see him, just about there. I'm joined by Roy, from a member from our club, and Dad's gone round the corner to the Roman pits, so I'm going to catch up with him soon. But on another hole here, and I've got myself a thimble, and it's a full thimble, just a little bit bent. Try not to sniffle. I can't really do it quietly, but I'll do this as quickly as possible before my nose starts running. But there you go, a thimble. So we'll crack on and see what else we can find. Right, so I'm back home now. We've given the finds a good clean. There's a lot of here that I didn't film. Didn't think they were worth filming. But sometimes when you get home, you clean them up and they turn out better than you think. So you put them onto the table for a show. So if I start from left to right, the item that I did film was this item here, ending up being a bicycle brake part, yeah, it's definitely brake. You've got usually have one for the front brake, one for the back brake, so this would have been one of them. So usually it's quite funny because they're usually quite silvery. This is what confused me because it does look quite green. It hasn't got much weight to it, so I am assuming it is a bike weight. You know, it doesn't feel heavy, but it does feel heavier than an aluminium. So I'm going to put that down as a bike. A couple bits of lead, just for the scrap bucket. A large bit of brass. You know, so I'm classing that as scrap brass. Some bits and pieces of farming equipment, most likely. This is probably a bit of brass as well. It's either a part of something. That might have been a bowl or a plate, but it's definitely metal. this contraption, I don't know why I put this on here. Again, it's just rubbish. Again, probably a bit of farm. Bullet wise, now we're getting into the World War II. We've got a 202 end of a bullet. And then the other end of the bullet, we've got a 303 bullet tip that looks like it's blown. Followed by the casing of a 303 casing bullet. And then we get to the large airplane bullets. This is a 50 cal, either from a Spitfire or from a American fighter, or even could be German, just don't know. Usually you can tell what plane they come from either with the lettering on the bottom. Unfortunately this one's very worn, so there isn't anything to actually see, or you can go by the colour of the tips as well. Sometimes you get black, blue, I think you might get yellow, I'm not sure. Red as well is another one. Now we're getting a little bit older, to some lead items. A musket ball, so they're very could be dated from the 1700s to the 1800s. We got a farmer's token. This could either be medieval, because usually medieval you can have pellets, but if they're letters then it's probably more 1700s. If they're you have to excuse my speech, numeracies, like 2 1s, could be classed as a little bit older, but they can date from medieval right up to 1800s. I'll come back to this one. So I'm going to jump this one, and we're going to go on to another war. Royal, I think these are Royal Navy buttons, or Royal Artillery button. Usually you can tell they're the royal ones because they have the crown, the lion, and the pelican on the other side. Unfortunately, this one's a bit battered. A nice little thimble. Rachel likes her thimbles. Now with thimbles, you can usually date them quite well, because the ones that are not so old are machine made, and all the machine does is worked on this, and it's so dead straight. Where an older one, they would use probably a hammer and something sharp, and they would do it by hand, not machine, and you could tell that it wouldn't be so perfect. That's how you would tell the age. So this is probably from the war times, or even just someone in the field doing a bit of sewing, or even just using them to do some crops so they don't cut their little fingers. Unfortunately, the only coin I could find that day was this one. Nothing. Crispy. So all I can say is either George II or George III, because that's the way they go down here. Then we got a spoon. First I thought it was going to be silver, but unfortunately not. It's probably silver plated. CBOE. And we've got the silver plated hallmark on the back. So unfortunately not silver. It would have been nice if it was silver, because it's quite a big spoon. And then I went into the other field. Well, I had 2 hammers before. Thought I'd give it a go. Very quiet again in there, and the ground was starting to get very hard. And I got myself a penknife. I don't think it's very old at all. Probably from the 70s. Maybe a little bit older, but not much. And it's a stainless china one. So I'm just glad it works. Unfortunately, I don't think I could use it because it ain't going to stay. But anyway, nice little find. And this item, Now I might need some help with this. Oh, without dropping it. It's lead, and it's specifically made this way. And we just don't know why it was made this way and what it would be for. So if any of you guys know anything about lead, I know Robbie Cole knows quite a bit about lead, and I'm sure he'll watch this. So Robbie, if you know what that might be for, that would be a great help, because it is. I am scratching my head now. I do know we've had Roman on that field, because we've had Roman gaming pieces and a Roman coin came up, because there's the Roman quarries at the bottom of the field. So it could be Roman, but because it's lead, so hard to date. Might have to send this one off to the flow just to see if she can figure out what it could be. So they're the finds of the day. Unfortunately, no silver, no gold, no hammers, no Roman. It's the way metal detecting goes. It's all about getting out and enjoying yourself and finding different other bits of history as well. So I had good fun. It was a good day. I think my dad did pretty well. He did okay. But I just want to say a big thank you for everybody that's been supporting us, watching our channel. I'm hoping that the information I try to get across is helping newbies that have started out in the hobby. I do try my best. I also want to thank everybody that's been supporting our two charities for the last for this year and the last year. We really all appreciate it, and I'm sure the charities really appreciate it as well. If you want to know more about that, please go and visit our Facebook group, Treasure Rangers Saving History, and the information on that will be all there. I don't want to babble on too much, so I'm going to say big thank you. Just stick with us for a couple more minutes. We're just going to say a big thank you for the people so far that have donated. So from me, my dad and Rachel, we see you all very soon.